Hey everybody, Cap here. Welcome to the Welsh Creative Channel. If you saw our last video, we did an unboxing of our exposure unit, vacuum lid top. Boy, was that a journey. Today we're doing another unboxing. I told you last time that it was a surprise, so surprise! Thanks for visiting our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, all of our other content. But I want to get into what we're doing today. We're going to be unboxing a flash dryer, and I'll go over what that means here in a bit. But Cap, kick off the intro. All right, welcome back. So this here is a flash dryer, and this came from eBay, and I'll put a link in the description. They come in all sorts of sizes based on whatever screen they're using for your screen printing. So the idea of a flash dryer is to cure inks in between colors. If you're doing a print on a dark garment, you're going to have what's called a white underbase, so that those bright colors can be bright on those darker garments. When you're doing a white underbase, you've got to quickly cure that ink and keep it tacky so those other colors on top can adhere to the shirt. If you were going to take, let's say, a black hoodie or a black t-shirt or a tank top and throw red ink on top of it, it's going to be real dull. The fabric or the material is going to absorb the ink and you're not going to have any color there. So the flash dryer will cure that ink and create a nice tacky surface for those other colors to adhere to. Flash dryers can also be used to cure ink. When you're done with an entire print, you can use a flash dryer to cure the ink. You can also use a heat press to cure ink, and that's what we're going to do until I get into a bigger shop where I can have something like a conveyor dryer, which is a ton of money. So we're going to work with what we got. So again, this came from eBay. It is a freestanding unit, and you'll know what I mean when I open it up. Again, they come in different sizes. This is a 20 by, should support a 20 by 24 inch screen. So hopefully this unboxing event is much more fun than the vacuum exposure unit. So let's take you off the tripod and we'll get it opened up. All right, so this is how it came to me. Not too sure what that's all about. I don't think it's going to affect the inside stuff, so let's get her opened up. I'm really nervous when I order something online, and you got to trust the shipping company that there's not going to be any damage. Alright, so here we go. Here is our instruction manual. Looks pretty self-explanatory. But let me get all this stuff out of the box onto my workbench, and we'll see how easy it is to put together. Alright, got some bolts here, and got some wheels, so we'll roll. Of course. Looks like it's the pole, and the height of the flash dryer is crucial as far as how far it sits off the pallet. That height will vary on whatever it is you're printing. If you're printing a hoodie, it's a little higher. I'm told about 1.5 to 2 inch, maybe even 2.5 on a hoodie, and then 1.5 to 2 inch for a normal garment, as it does heat up super quick, and it's only, you know, a 2 or a 3 second flash when you're curing inks, or excuse me, getting inks ready for the next color. All right, styrofoam here. Set this over on my drying cabinet for right now. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm missing some parts here? So as you can see, I've got my post here. That's this one here. And I've got my legs, my wheels, which are here. I'm not seeing these pieces here. Interesting. All right, well, yeah, they're definitely not in the box, and I don't know. So I've contacted the seller on eBay to find out what the deal is. It does say in the description that it includes four legs, and it's definitely not in this box. So I'll continue this unboxing as soon as I hear back, and I don't know if I guess I could build legs. I don't know. We'll see what the seller says. To be continued. Hey everybody, Cap here again, Welch Creative. So last segment, we unboxed the flash unit, and there was obviously some parts missing. So I contacted the seller, and they were more than obliged to get me the parts I needed. So I don't know if it was a situation where it was just left, was just not in the box it came in, or if there was a missing box that came in that was supposed to be like a second box. So what I was missing, as we talked about before, was the legs, which is these here. And so they sent me, it's been probably a month and a half now, obviously, since, not obviously because you weren't here, but it's been about a month and a half. I've been working on some stuff. My printer's having some issues, and it's been a while since I've been able to film anything. So I'm back. We're gonna go ahead and assemble the flash dryer, which is this guy here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these, open this up, this box, this package that they sent me, which I hope is the legs. Assumptively, it's the legs. So I'm gonna open that up, and then we'll get this thing built. All right, so let me grab a X-Acto knife. Excuse me, real quick. All right, so this is the package they sent me. Real great seller on eBay. I contacted them, directly after we filmed, and they were gracious enough to say no problem. We'll get you the parts. I assume they're in China, along with the exposure unit that is also on my channel, so make sure you check that out. The exposure unit. So this is what we got. 4 pieces of probably 1-inch tubing, and this serves as the base for the flash dryer. So let's figure out how this gets put together. Alright, so I will kind of figure out how this goes together, and then I'll come back and we'll get it put together. Alright, so it looks like, again, these instructions are not up to par in my opinion, but kind of figured it out. So you have 2 pieces. You have the interior piece that adjusts the height of your dryer, and then you've got two holes here. You get 8 bolts and 4 washers and 8 nuts. I assume these here are for the adjustment for the height of the dryer, and this is the knob that controls, you can, in and out of the control that where the actual flash dryer is. And they give you a wrench to tighten the bolts, I assume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install the bolts on the supports, and then we will put in or attach the wheels to the bottom of the threaded legs. So let me get working on that, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Be back in a flash. Okay, so again, 8 bolts, 8 nuts, and then these here, these little guys, if you buy this kit, come included. I haven't figured out quite what these are for yet, which I assume have something to do with these nuts, but the instructions haven't identified what those are for, so we'll figure that out. No big deal. So I fed through the 8 bolts here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten all 8 using their tools, which interestingly enough, it's not the right size. So I'm going to grab a socket. So this clearly doesn't fit. So you're going to need obviously a crescent wrench of some sort to tighten those. So that's interesting that the wrench they provided does not fit. So I'm going to grab a crescent wrench here. Tighten all these bolts down. remember when you're buying something online, you've got to be able to improvise on how you go about, putting things together. So I'm just going to kind of techniques, just hand tight, of course. Really happy with how quickly the seller on eBay responded. I will post a link in the description on who I purchased this from. There's all sorts of different size flash dryers you can get based on the screen size that you're trying to cure or pre-cure, color. I purchased the largest one they got, which is, I believe, 18 by 24. If I'm not mistaken. Our biggest print we can do is 13 by 19. So just make sure that when you're ordering whatever flash dryer that you're ordering, make sure that it accommodates the screen that you're using, which we're using a 20 by 24 inch screen, which accommodates a 13 by 19 image. And I say 13 by 19 because that's the largest film that I can print until I get something that's, a larger printer that will print on film. Right now I'm using an Epson 1430, which accommodates a 13 by 19 image, or my width on my printer for the Epson is 13 inches wide. So whatever flash dryer you buy, make sure it's can accommodate, kind of what you want. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this on film or not, but these two here, the bolts themselves are spinning. So I'm going to have to get a second pressure wrench and hold that down while I turn it. Again, I'm just hand tightening these. They don't need to be super tight. This is tight enough to support the cross members. Holding with my right hand the head of the bolt just to get it hand tight, so it's tight enough for us. Alright, so it looks good. Alright, so got all 8 bolts kind of hand tight. Make sure they're just hand tight. You don't need to torque them down. I guess you wouldn't have any reason to take them off again, but alright. All 8 bolts hand tight, relatively tight on the cross members here, which are not really straight. If you look at this member here and this member here, they're not exactly straight, but the idea is, as long as it supports the top of the flash dryer, you're good to go. So, interestingly enough, again, like I talked about before, the wrench they provided you, which is a 14 and a 17. I don't know if you can see that or not. 14 and 17. Neither one of those fit the bolt. So make sure you have a crescent wrench. It's a pretty popular tool, Home Depot, Lowe's. Alright, so I have flipped this to reflect the bolt, the threaded leg on each side. I'll go ahead and thread these. That didn't work out very well on the legs themselves. assumption is that one of the sides, the wrench they provided you, will fit the bolt pattern here for the top of the leg to get it screwed into the leg base. If not, not a big deal. I've got my trusty crescent wrench to help us with that. Yeah, I've had lots of issues between the last segment of this video. I've got a printer, my 60-inch HP Z6100, having some print head issues. So this wrench here, useless. So just throw it away. You know, it's not gonna. It doesn't fit any of the bolts that are required for this build. So just so you're aware, you decide to buy this kit, which again I will include the link of where I got this in the description. And please make sure you like and subscribe to this video and all my videos on this channel. My last video I did an unboxing of my exposure unit, which turned out to be an absolute disaster, as it didn't accommodate the screen size that I'm using, which is a 20 by 24 inch screen. And as I talked about in the video, I was able to modify it to make it work for what I'm doing. Trial and error. That's what you got to do. So I'm just tightening these wheels onto the base here, starting with the hand tighten of the bolt, which goes into the cross member. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I'm doing some laundry. So I don't know what happened there, but I assume these bolts are what attach the flash unit to the stand up here. So let me get that attached and I'll be right back. Alright, so got it upside down. Got the flash dryer facing this way and up in the upwards direction. And as I said before, I figured out these bolts here and these washers here are what attach the upright to the base or the bottom of the flash dryer. So I quickly figured that out. So my guess is that the bolt goes inside that, and we're gonna screw that into the threaded piece of the top of the flash dryer that's facing up. Hopefully that threads in nicely, and it does. And they have provided an Allen wrench in the kit. Hopefully that's the right size, because as we saw, the wrench they provided just didn't do the trick. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and screw all these in here. Let's see if this matches. It does. Alright, so Allen wrench, okay. I'm going to hand tighten first here with the end of the Allen wrench. other end of the Allen wrench to torque it down. Again, it doesn't need to be terribly tight, just enough to keep it from moving. 4 here. And just hand tighten. 4. No need to use a torque driver or anything like that. Just want to get it nice and tight. All right, that's done. Next step is for the height of your how high you want to be. And so what I'm going to do for right now, just put it up like so, and we're just going to put in the knobs just like so. Tighten it just to where it doesn't fall down. Just 2 of them. And this is part of the kit. Just kind of, again, like I said before, hand tighten it. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for a minute, and we'll get it on the floor, and we'll see if the uprights and the cross members hold. Be right back. All right, so as you can see here, worked out real well. Each wheel has a lock on it. So if you're using the flash dryer and you're keeping it in a set position, make sure that you lock that down. Again, like I said, each wheel has a locking mechanism where you can lock the wheel. But as you can see, it's free as a bird. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw in the handle of the top of the flash unit, and I'm going to use the Allen wrench provided by the manufacturer, and it doesn't fit. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to get the right size Allen, because clearly no worky. So hang tight, and I'll get the right Allen wrench. We'll get that tightened down, and then we'll close out the video. Okay, so I got the right Allen for the job. It is a 7/32. That's the size of the Allen that you're going to need to tighten the Allen, or the handle onto the top of the flash dryer. And this is key, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So let's just say it's not a fixed position. Let's say that you have a 1 station 4 color press, let's say, and you want to be able to, manipulate where your station is relative to where the flash dryer is. You have that ability to, use a handle, because this is going to heat up. When you're drying your colors between prints, you're going to want to have some. That's the idea of the handle, is you want to be able to grab that and manipulate where you want that to be in respect to where your station is. I'm going to build a 6 station 8 color press, so this will be a fixed unit in respect to where, you know, as I'm going through my shirts or whatever it is I'm printing, this will be fixed. However, if you are in a situation where you're printing with one station, one shirt, this handle will enable you to move that and manipulate that around, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it's hot. This is going to be hot. So yeah, worked out real well. Kind of a bummer I had to wait for the parts to come for the legs, but keep in mind, if you do order this unit, I don't know where, you know, that those parts were supposed to be, if there was a second box that got left or missed by FedEx, or if it was missing in the box. But real stoked that the seller recognized that parts were missing and they were able to get those parts sent to me. Again, coming from China, it took like 2 weeks or 3 weeks for those parts to get here. And then with all the other problems I've been having with the printer, my plotter, it's been a whirlwind. So real happy with the way it came out. Looking forward to years of use out of this machine. I know people that have YouTubers that I follow use machines like this, and they, you know, have gotten years of use out of it. So this will be what I'm going to use to cure the shirts, pre-cure the shirts in between colors, and then I'm going to use my heat press to completely cure them until I get a conveyor dryer, which will come a long time down the road. But until then, this will do the job, I think. So to recap, a couple things you're going to need if you decide this is the unit you're going to buy. The Allen wrench they provided obviously didn't fit the bill, and so this is the wrench they provided. This is the Allen wrench you provided. Neither one of them worked. So if you decide to build this kit, make sure you get the parts you need, and you know that's pretty self-explanatory. And then make sure you have a compressor wrench, or for this unit I used a 7/32 Allen to make sure my handle was nice and tight. Other than that, that's what it took to build this unit. Cap, close this out. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you got some sort of benefit from this tutorial on the unboxing of the eBay flash unit. Again, the only thing you have to worry about is the height of the unit, which will determine what you're printing on. So if it's a hoodie or a polyester or a cotton shirt, that will determine the height of your flash dryer. Also, the height of your press, that will determine how high it needs to be. So as you can see over to my left here, I have my drying cabinet, which I had a video on my channel on how I built that, which I might which might change based on the height of my cabinet. I'm considering removing the feet to lower the height of the cabinet, which will lower the height of my press. So that's all variable, but what's nice about the flash dryer is you can adjust the height of that flash dryer based on what you're printing. So cool stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, please. That helps us provide more videos for you. A couple videos coming up that I have pending. One is I'm printing labels for my screens. So I have a tutorial on how to create labels, custom labels for your screens individually, which basically tells you what the mesh count is on your screen, and then I've got a little logo on there, and that's all done with my vinyl cutter and my plotter, which again is having issues, so I'm hoping to fix those issues in the coming weeks. Also, I just got a job to print some masks. I have 20 masks to print. Doing basically heat transfer, and so I'll have a tutorial up in the coming weeks on what that looked like. But I'm going to be using a heat transfer using white toner. It's a white and gray design. 20 logos, 20 masks total, 2 logos, 10 of each, and I'll walk you through on how I get that job done. But looking forward to some more videos for you. Hope this tutorial this unboxing helped you out. Until the next video, Cap, Welsh Creative, out. Cap, take us out.